Namaste. I, JVN Nitika Chatwal, Assistant Professor in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, is here to deliver the lecture on Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance, which is the subject of B.pharm 6th semester. Now, we are discussing its unit first, in which we are discussing ISO 9000, ISO 14000, which is the continuation of previous chapters of ISO 14000. Now, this pharmaceutical quality assurance has various scope. This course deals with the various aspects of quality control and quality assurance aspects of pharmaceutical industry. It deals with the important aspects like CGMP, quality control test, documentation, quality certification, and regulatory affairs. The objective of this subject is to understand the CGMP aspects in a pharmaceutical industry, appreciate the importance of documentation, and to understand the scope of quality certification applicable to pharmaceutical industries, and to understand the responsibilities of quality assurance and quality control departments. Now, we are discussing ISO 14000. The overview of ISO 14000. In ISO 14000, it is a series of international environmental management standards, guides, and technical reports. These standards specify the requirements for establishing an environment management policy, Science determining environmental impact of products or services. The other standards of ISO 14000 focus on audits, communication, labeling, life cycle analysis, and environmental challenges such as climate change. ISO is different from most of the other ISO standards. Now, we are going to discuss. ISO is different from most of the other ISO standards that are going to begin with. Most of the other ISO standards, it is a generic management system standard. What are the benefits? Now we are going to study what are the benefits of ISO standardization. These standards specify the requirements for establishing an environmental management policy determining environmental impact of products or services. The other standards of ISO 14000 focus on audit, communication, labeling, life cycle analysis, and environmental challenges such as climate change. ISO 14000 is different from most of the other ISO standards. It is a generic management system standard. Now, the benefits of ISO standardization is better management of environmental risk now and future, increase access to new customers and business partners, demonstration of legal and regulatory compliance, potential for reduced public liability cost, overall cost saving in terms of consumption, waste, and recycling. Cost saving is the main benefit of ISO 14000. Enhanced customer satisfaction is also the other benefit of ISO 14000, and market share increment is also the benefit of ISO 14000, and environmental benefits also there in benefits of ISO 14000. Now, what are the elements? The elements are six in characterization of ISO 14000. The first element is environmental policy. The second element is implementation. The third element of ISO 14000 is planning. The fifth element of ISO 14000 is study.